what type of strategies do you use to secure an accepted offer in this market? I know it's changing a little bit now. It's not as hard, but what are some of the strategies that you use, Jenny?
I kiss butt.
You got that.
Y'all see my personality.
Hey, listen, that goes a long way, by the way.
Whatever it takes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really good at it.
I love the confidence.
Love Jenny. People love me. So I just like put it on. I will literally sell my soul. I mean, I got a lot of bills to pay. My mortgage is high. You know, I joke. But not really. I just sell the shit out of it, you know, but not to an annoying point. Like I'm very sweet. I ask questions. I find out, hey, you know, what do you guys want for a close date? What do you want for a temporary occupancy? I mean, I just try to give them as much as I can, even if I'm negotiating, okay? You still gotta have the listing agent like you, because I hate this like bully idea. I hate a bully. I have sold a lot of homes, but I'm telling you, I think I can count on maybe one or two agents that I've had because I put my ego aside, because I know more than a lot of these agents, right? Like I just do, but I don't care. I just act like they're the boss. So especially like depending on the personality, I usually just try to. I'm not as assertive, right? Like I let them be the assertive one, even though I'm manipulating them, right? Like I know
it goes a long way. As a listing agent,
right?
I want to help
You actually pick up the phone, right? Instead of just sending an offer.
Yeah. Oh, I always pick up the phone.
Please.
I've always sucked it up. Oh my gosh, my clients are crying. They're so excited. They love
God.
it. I
gotta learn from you.
I'm telling you, you got it. It's true, because if your personality, like
From a
Brianna,
listing agent's perspective, someone who asks me questions.
yeah, you feel emotionally tied, but you can't put it on too hard. It's like this balance, because you can't let your
work with me.
You're on your first Bumble date.
You're on your
first
first
Bumble
But
date.
I read my audience. So
Yeah,
if I'm talking
yes,
to you,
yes,
I'm not gonna be like all like crazy, warm, fuzzy, like, oh yeah, girl, you know. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more direct, like, so I just play my audience.
Yeah,
But I'm telling y'all, I win multiple offers every time. I think Pete is my lender. He's my lender, and I love that man. And so he does. I mean, I make it happen. And so terms, you know, everything. I don't know. I just suck up like real big.
That's good to know. I think picking up the phone and calling someone versus how many people just get an offer sent to them with no communications? I mean, come on, man.
Being humble, being like coming in.
Well, like if I have a nice agent
Yeah.
who like is kind and like communicative, when they ask for 20,000 towards repairs, I'm like,
Which I do.
I'm gonna try to make this work. You know what I mean? If they're mean, I'm like, yep, back
Outta
off.
here.
You know?
Yeah.
So rapport.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Marcus, what about you? You do a ton of buyers.
So, number one, I learned this 18 years ago when I was licensed by the teacher at Grade National Association. He was an older man, I can't remember his name. He told me, Dave Floyd. Whoever said that, Dave Floyd, yes. He told me, whenever you're representing, you're selling three things. You're selling the client,
Your soul.
Yeah.
you're selling yourself to the other agent,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and you're selling the doggone house.
And the
Okay?
lender.
And the lender.
And
And the
the-
lender.
Well, let's add the fourth one, the lender.
The lender.
Out of those four things, the biggest client you have on the other side is not the house, it's not the lender, or it's not the client. The biggest client you have on the other side is yourself to that other agent. That other agent is your biggest client.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And I do not understand how we've gotten, and I guess the last 5 years has helped this situation to where you as an agent don't believe that you need to connect with the other side. I don't know how many transactions I've had with single agents in the last year. I maybe have 3, 4 out of all of those transactions, maybe 10 different agents and 40-something transactions. You've got to learn how to connect with these people. These people are your biggest client. It's the other agent, not your client. Your client would buy the house, disappear, and this other agent is going to continue to either sell or buy houses from you. And so One, if this is something big I do, every single time I'm gonna submit an offer, I'm going to send you an email with details on the offers,
Thank you.
details about me, and if I ask for closing costs, I am going to list the reasons why. My client, you got to be brutally honest, your client will give you permission. My client needs closing costs because we're having to do the buy down,
Yeah.
and we're putting this much money for that, we need this much money for down payment, that's already $30,000-$40,000. If you wanna make this deal happen, I need $10,000 from you. This is what, badly needed, if you can't do it, I understand, we don't have it. If you don't have it, if you do have it, then it might be a little different. But be honest and be detailed on that email. It doesn't cost you anything. Put details on the offer, details about you.
good.
How long have you been in the business? How many houses you sell, or whatever little detail you want to put about you. One of the things I put on there, I focus on making your life wonderful. As any agent, and few of you in here, you know that working with me is fantastic. Because I make sure you're not butt kissing, you are a hell of a negotiator. And that's really what it is. You just learn what they wanna hear, you say what they wanna hear, and at the same time, you're zealously protecting your client.
Yeah, because then I, as the listing agent, become your biggest advocate.
Yes.
Yes.
You
When
know?
that multiple offer situation, I don't know how many we won, but we won a lot of them. The agent told me, Marcus, you were $5,000 under whoever won.
We wanted to work
But
with
when
you.
I saw you, and I saw that on your list, on your email offer, you say that you have closed 100% of the contracts you've written the last 2 years. And I verified, they were able to verify this. They're like, I gotta do business with you.
Safer.
And so sell the client, sell the house, sell the lender. I've been working with her 8 years. I've never had one transaction fail through, and all of them have been very difficult. And then sell the client. Client is young family. Whatever you can disclose that your client has given you permission to disclose, this goes into a lot of different laws. You know, but brand new buyer, excited for the home, and just can't wait to make their life there. Put that on your email, type it up, or do a template, and then just copy paste, and then just take out whatever you don't
And
need.
then close it. I can't wait to work with you.
Yeah.
Right.
And have all your documents, please, and a full approval letter,
Yes.
not some crappy pre-approval, we still have to verify.
I
All
gotta
the
say this, I
all the
gotta say this.
documents, all the blanks filled.
Yeah.
I gotta
All
say
those
that.
filled, title company filled out,
I always send a
like,
pre-approval.
Do not send a contract.
I know a
Wait,
free title company you could put in online.
Exactly.
Do not send your offers in multiple documents.
please,
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Just send one bundle. You have the time.
One PDF.
Send one
Yes.
bundle with all your documents in it. You
One
just,
PDF.
and fill out the licensed agent side. All the information at the bottom of your contracts. Please be thorough with your job. This is what we
It's our
get
flex.
Paid
paid,
to do.
paid to do.
Yeah.
Do not cut that corner. Every single time I get an offer from a buyer, and I've never talked to the man, and he never responded to anything, and in his offer, he's asking for the world, I almost just know for a fact, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Maria?
Yeah, so when it comes to, when I send offers, I do call the listing agents to kind of get a feel of their personality. At the end of the day, the seller's gonna make the choice, and the buyer is requesting for you to do things. So I'm kind of a little different. I do kind of read vibes, but I'm pretty cold in certain emotional departments when it comes to
Yeah.
negotiating. So I know when I have a listing, I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but I know what my client wants, and I'm just gonna try to get what they want. So when it comes to buyers, the same thing. Okay, what do you need in closing costs? I'm gonna obviously base it on research. Okay, what's going on with that property? How many days in the market? How am I gonna negotiate? Obviously, if it's one day, I'm not gonna go aggressive, like.
Yeah.
So, but if it's been, and it's sitting down in the market for a while, I'm gonna be aggressive, and I'm gonna throw you an offer, and I'm gonna let you know, but I'm gonna tell you, this is what my client needs. Unfortunately, that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do my best to get the best deal, right?
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I do, and because I've closed so many deals, I've gotten listing agents say, I'd rather work with you because you've done more deals, so that's important. It's important to get deals closed, and also it's important that the transaction goes smooth, so when it comes back around, they know they prefer working with you.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my listings, I'm very aggressive, like, hey, this is what I want, especially with the way the market is shifting. So it all depends on how the market is too.
It's not black and white.
Yeah, it's not black and white, you know, being emotional could work in some areas and some it doesn't. So it really depends, you have to know your market, like when it was multiple offers, I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
just.
Well, you're
Pretty
also-
easy.
But you're also, everything is like psychological.
It is.
It just
It
is.
is.
And so you're dealing with sellers who are having a hard time understanding that this is the market we're in. So the way you present your offer, you still have to, unfortunately, cater to the seller's ego and
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah.
side. Like, for me, I found being like super direct and like aggressive doesn't work for
No,
me
yeah, you
with
have to add a
sellers, because they
mixture.
get pissed off. They're
Mhm.
like, screw that person, you know? But if you are able to present it in a way that's like, this is what we need.
Like what he said.
Like what he's like,
you know?
my clients really need, like, for
They don't
example,
have the money.
they don't have that, they want this house, but the buy that we need a buy down, and versus like, man, screw you, you've been on the market 70 days,
Yeah.
this is what
No,
we
no,
get.
don't ever say
Yeah,
that.
that never works out,
You know
right?
that, and you already know
Yeah.
the technique you're
Exactly,
gonna use.
because the listing agents sometimes are just as aggravating as the
Yeah,
sellers,
yeah.
you know? You're like, God, it's been on the market for this many days, why can't y'all be negotiable? Because
Yes.
sometimes these listing agents are just as difficult,
Yeah.
just as difficult as a seller, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, so
having
you
a
have to
good
know
no
who you're
control.
targeting.
Yeah,
You have to know who you're targeting and how you say things, even though in the back of your mind, you're like, it's been in the market for a long
Yeah.
time. You're not gonna be like, hey, it's been in the market, give me a deal. You can't do that.
Even though that's what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah, but you don't. You obviously, at the end of the day, you guys are in the same
Yeah.
job, so you both wanna win at this.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win, so you have to, you know, create balance between the listing agent and the buyer agents. You know, you wanna sell, you know, my client wants the best deal. How are we gonna make this work based on what we have?
Exactly.
April, and then questions.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, look at the MLS. Just read the MLS. Read the agent instructions.
Oh, yeah.
Check to see if there are offer
Yeah.
instructions. Read the MLS. Do that before you call the agent. Actually know a little bit of what they're looking for in an offer, and don't come to them and call them with questions that they have already taken the time to build into MLS.
Yeah.
So look at the MLS, look at the offer instructions, then call the agent, learn a little bit about the seller, use that as an opportunity to sell yourself. And then when you're presenting the offer, a lot of what has been said, we have a very refined email template. It gives the high level of all of the details of the offer. It sells our buyer, it sells our team, and it sells our lender. Those are our three things that we are trying to do in that template email. And you don't have to recreate the wheel every time. You know, just create yourself a template, however you do that, whether it's in your email platform or your notes, and just copy and paste over and over and over, and just, you know, just modify it as you go to make sure it's speaking to the specific situation. But number one, just look at the MLS. Number two, just really sell yourself, sell your client, sell your lender in that email, and don't send links with offers.
Please.
Don't send transaction desk links with offers. Take the time to put everything together in one pretty PDF that follows all of the agent's instructions, and that goes a long way.